I got one more. You want one more?
Oh, please.
These are all good news stories, Dave. There's a world of bad news out there. How about some good news?
Yeah, I'm all for that.
There's a place in Riverdale, New York called the Hebrew Home Senior Living Center. And you naturally see a lot of people there in their 90s using walkers and canes, or maybe even wheelchairs. One of those people is not a resident. It's 92-year-old Jerry Schneider. Jerry volunteers every day to help everybody else. He's plenty old enough to be living there, but instead he goes there to work. He first visited there in 2007. His wife had been diagnosed with cancer. She went there for care. I would see her every day. I'd wheel her around, Schneider said. We used to see a lot of lonely people, and my wife said, later on you ought to volunteer. At first, Schneider didn't think he'd return to volunteer. He thought his wife would recover and come home, but she unfortunately passed away. Then a few years later, Schneider's son reminded him about his wife's suggestion. So 8 years ago, when he was a young man of 83, he went to volunteer. And the first day he was handed 3 names of residents who needed to pick me up. The first was David, Oscar, and to this day he still visits David's room first. He's still there. He comes usually every Tuesday. He makes everybody happy, so says everybody he works with. He's also somebody from their generation who can talk to them. If you ever talk to somebody like, you're dead. You're dead. Is 95 now? Is that right?
He'll be 96 in a few months.
And I remember my grandmother, who passed at 101, telling me she's glad to be alive, but everybody who understands her life and can share her memories is gone. So to have somebody who is that age, who you can talk to, who you can share memories with, can talk about stuff, you're 92. You're not going, did you hear the new Post Malone song? You know what I mean? So one person said, you're 92? You're a volunteer. Aren't you too old for that? He said, no, I'm not, and I'm here for you. He was born in 1932, and he met somebody about 6 years younger, and they were a little confused about the fact that the volunteer was older than he was. The point of all of this is you can step up at any age to do the right thing, and he stepped up to honor the legacy of his wife. She passed away after living in that home for a while, and because of her suggestion and their son's urging, he stepped up. And he found out it enhanced his life, too.
Love that.
So God bless him.
Yeah, it's like our MVPP, Bob.
Yeah.
Who remembered his friend.
And you can always do more. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's tons of people listening right now who step up every day.
Absolutely. A lot of great Chicago stories.
But there's also folks who could do a little bit more.
I could do more. Well, we all could do more.
We all could, right?
Yeah.
And if you can give away some money, that's great. If you can give away your time, that might even be better.
Yeah, sometimes time is worth even more than money.
But think of others. Spend a little time thinking of others each day, and your life's going to be enhanced in ways you don't even know.